You know it's going to be a good day when you have a chance to sit outside on a gorgeous fall morning, a nice cup of coffee in your hand, and talk to two of the loveliest people you will ever meet. And that's what we're doing this morning. This is Tammy and Chris Young. They have a Tennessee Dude and Guest Ranch, officially in Dunlap, Tennessee, but really we're in Bledsoe County. And thank you for welcoming us into your world this morning.
Well, I hope you've had a good time.
It's a beautiful world that you get to incorporate. And as we're talking, behind us, you can probably see the campfire. You have got a lot of guests who have traveled in from different parts of the country. They're about to hit the trail on their horses. But Tammy, you told me when I met you in the studio a few weeks ago that this was almost too good to believe. And you were right.
It is. It's a real blessing. And we just love all the guests that come through that we get to meet.
I told you earlier, I'm kind of on stimulation overload and I don't quite know where to start. So let me just kind of begin with what you're going to experience, because as we're talking to you this morning, you can come and be a part of this. Yes, you see people from all over the country, but that does not mean that the Chattanooga, North Georgia folks don't get to join in the fun, right?
We'd love to have some more Chattanooga folks, wouldn't we?
Actually, a good ushering in, y'all have got something called Cowboy Church coming up. When is that going to be?
It's the second Saturday of the month from March all the way until November.
Okay. If you were looking at doing something really special for somebody, for yourself in the new year, maybe a unique Christmas gift to give somebody an experience, you can come here for as few as 2 nights, even a day, maybe depending on the programming, and then have a week-long stay. And I don't know how to start with this, Tammy, so I want to start with the view. It's beautiful.
Yes, the Sequatchie Valley is stunning, and we're just so glad the Lord led us here about 25 years ago now.
So the view when you come in, it's kind of hidden. You notice it on the drive-in. You come in and you hit their back deck where people come and they have breakfast and they have coffee in the morning and that kind of thing. And they must want to linger as long as they can over that view.
Yeah, well, they're definitely anxious to get to their horses, though. Yeah.
Okay, so it is a working dude and guest ranch. I've had a chance to milk a cow. You have a chance to help name that cow. What are you doing with that?
Name the calf, yeah, that you fed with the bottle. That's right. She's a heifer, little heifer baby. That just means she's a little girl, bovine. And so we'll end up breeding her. She'll be part of our herd. And she'll have babies here for many years, hopefully, Lord willing, and give us gallons and gallons of milk.
You'll hear it as we talk, they'll talk about their faith. It's interwoven in everything that you do here. It's really part of your mission. So you're about preserving not only the animals that are in your care, but the love of these animals for future generations. So you have a school here.
We do.
Talk about that.
So it's Sequatchie Valley Program of Agriculture. It's now a college. We used to do middle and high school, but we're getting a little older and needing to slow down a little bit. So we have the college students now, and they learn everything that we can share with them, that our other teachers can share with them, our veterinarians, people that come in to speak. They participate in state functions also, learning all the different livestock and agriculture and crops and everything.
They tried to teach us a little bit this morning, so I had a chance to, like you said, feed the calf, who you can help name. I had a chance to milk a cow. I had never done that before. Tyler helped me with getting the eggs from the hen house. I even got to have a chicken sit on my head.
You did Einstein. Yes,
Einstein.
Einstein sat on her head.
But I guess maybe the star of the show, besides the view, are the Mustangs.
We have six Mustangs now. One of them was born here. Then the other ones we purchased through or worked with the Bureau of Land Management.
Because these are protected horses.
Right.
And so the ones that are in your care, I mean, we watched, is it Cheyenne? Who was working with one in the arena
Patriot.
there. Patriot, trying to train and teach him. And Cheyenne's an expert in his own right, or is becoming
He's becoming it, yes. He graduated from our farm degree program and went off to work with a wonderful trick horse trainer up north, and decided he wanted to come back and share his love of God and horses the same way we're doing.
I'm stumbling my way through this a little bit because I told you before, I feel like Billy Crystal in City Slickers. I love that movie because this is what you can do. This is a working
Yep.
ranch.
Right. Yeah.
And so you can come here, like I said, for 2 days for the B&B experience or the full Dude Ranch experience for the week. You're going to meet people from all over, but you too are going to get to do all of this that I got to do for a little while this morning. Do people ever tire of it? You get a lot of
Well, they're
repeat
tired at the
customers.
end of the week, but they always come back, it seems. So you want to tell a little bit about that, how they come back? And
Yeah, year after year, we usually have some of the same families that come back with us. And we've had them from 8 years old all the way until they graduated high school. The family would come back each year for vacation.
I think it might be because of the hospitality that you show. We've been telling you until you're probably blushing what a great tour guide you have been for us this morning, Tammy. But you mentioned the Mustang's name of Patriot. That's also a big part of what you do here. You're American proud.
Yes.
I know you love to brag on Chris more than he'll brag on himself with his military service.
yes, he was in Navy and the nuclear subs, and just shared a lot with me too about, I mean, I loved my country, but hearing more about all of his experiences in the world around them that they deal with in the military. Our son also, our oldest son, Brant, went into the Navy.
Yep, he's hospital corpsman for a Marine division. So
And so that whole, the whole God and country together just grew in our hearts, and the Mustangs are a big part of it, and preserving the land, and we love adopting the Mustangs, and we use them to share what people need to do to be aware of, the history of our country and how it all intertwines, from the cattle industry to the horses to all the other agriculture and crops. And
Are they part of the Cowboy Church?
oh, they're always in the Cowboy Church. Somebody, at least one of them, but sometimes all of them.
So I think intertwining is a good word. Life just has a way of never taking you on a direct, straight path. So y'all came to your beautiful Sequatchie Valley land in an indirect way. You're from the Atlanta area, and then came up here. And then you mentioned your older son. He was interested in going on a mission trip. Y'all supported that.
That changed our life.
Explain that, because now you have this great connection in Honduras.
Yes. So he was about, I don't know, somewhere between 14 and 16, and Chris was still corporate full-time, and then eventually came home to be full-time with us. So he couldn't go because he had a corporate job. And we ended up going to Honduras. It's a long story, but we got there, and there were wild horses running around. And so we rounded them up and broke them and started a program, an educational and Bible-based program using the horses and veterinary science and everything, just to give these precious, precious children that were at this amazing orphanage, one of the largest in Central America. And it just grew into something. We just thought we were going for a one-time 2-week trip, and 20 years, we just celebrated our 20th anniversary this year.
So
there.
you go frequently, and but then some of the students who are here with you as part of the college get to go at
Yes.
some point, maybe more than once.
Yes.
In the course of the year. So again, that intertwining of what you're called to do with your life
Right.
is a part of what you do here.
And giving back, and we just feel that anybody that gets to live on the land, like God talks about, needs to be given back a lot. Sharing with others, teaching others, and
I don't think I'll be able to put into words what you shared with us this morning. I really don't think I can. Charlton and Bill, who've been doing the videoing today, I think have gotten every shot imaginable, but there were a few they couldn't have gotten. So like, for example, there was this great opportunity we had to go onto this gorgeous hillside, and Chris and many of the others were on horseback, and we were able to follow. Into the car jumps Howdy the dog. Everybody wants a chance to go
you wanted to go feed the
along.
animals and check on everybody too.
Well, and so, not all of us get the blessing in our lives to get to do with our lives what y'all have had a chance to do with yours, but how great that you share it and that we can come and be a part of it for a little while. You're changed when you leave here.
Oh, well, thank you. We hope so, and we hope everybody just gets to really experience God's creation when they're here and grow a little closer to Him too. There's just something about the dirt and the hard work that makes a difference in our lives.
Well,
keeps us grounded.
I'm telling you, I was on your website on my way up here, and I thought, oh, what a great Christmas gift to give somebody who I really love.
Those are very popular,
A
yes.
chance to come and be a part of it. So, forget the sweater. Come do this instead. And I do want to throw out one thing I forgot to mention, but when you mentioned pony, y'all recently had
The Pony Pumpkin Patch. Yeah.
so I will say for them, they are always looking for people who want to get behind them in this mission that they have. So if you're watching, you might want to sponsor the Pony Pumpkin Patch.
It's again
next year.
education and awareness on agriculture. Chris drives hundreds of people on the hay rides, and our younger son Bryce also does the hay rides with him. And we bring hundreds of people through the farm to see and learn.
I know cowboys are famous for their coffee, and now I understand why. Thank you.